one around that. But of course, in this game, with the Slark picked up as well, we're gonna get to see that offlane Furion, and we'll see exactly what he's gonna go for in terms of item build. I think offlane Furion brings a lot of tempo. Furion plus Leshrac. We saw Lesh and Brood earlier. The tower pushing, I think, is a big part of drafting. And both these teams have covered it a little bit, having Lycan as well on the side of the cut. I would probably say that I overall favor Ant's draft. But as Cutter doing something similar to what we saw earlier today, right?
Yeah, so when it comes to the Ant, obviously they're running Disruptor as well, and this is a hero that you can argue, I mean, facts itself suggest that this is the most successful hero right now in Division 2 North America, with that 6-0 record, as the panel was even mentioning. So, you know, another even benefit there that Ant seems to be working off of. But the cut, when it comes to later on and scalability, they certainly have that power that you have to respect, certainly. But speaking of the early game, we had the chance to sit down with Ush on the side of Ant and ask him about their early game strategy and play.
Oh, let's hear it.
The early game is kind of our strong point, I would say. In a lot of our scrims, we've been doing really well in the laning phase and the early game part of the game. So I would say that just having really strong lanes and coming out of the lanes doing well and maybe have a little bit of an advantage, that's kind of where we do our best. So probably just that, and I mean, from there we want to make sure that we stabilize and have a good mid game, because that's kind of where things can go wrong for us. We get that early lead and then we tend to throw it away sometimes.
Well, the early game is here and the early game is now. What is this early game? Are they set up to have a successful early game, Laga?
I think so. I think they certainly, I would agree that generally lanes, they play it quite well. A lot of the differentiating factor comes to how well can teams execute exiting that laning stage and activating your heroes on the other lanes. But all the lanes are like completely fine. I am a little bit with fear that maybe they could have had a mid hero that could have shut down the Ember a little bit better than Leshrac, but at the same time, Lesh shouldn't really struggle against an Ember. It's a, you know, easy enough lane to play and just farm.
Keep an eye on all the lanes. In fact, the top lane, see a lot of harassment. Again, that Disruptor being played by Feeling. 6-0 record and doing plenty of harassment to the Rubik up here. But Chives on the Lycan, setting up to have a good time himself, getting those wolves at level 1. And of course, the Helm of Iron will be coming along for him eventually right here.
The level 2 advantage. Yeah. They got level 2 first. They're going for it.
And they're going to get it. They're easily going to get it. Yeah, you mentioned level 2. That's important. The Eclipse comes out and seems like almost Rubik was caught off guard by that.
Yeah, you have to respect like the way the lanes play in the creep balance. If you get more or less denies, who kills the second wave first? And immediately here, going for more. They have Mango for a glimpse.
Okay. They don't even need Glimpse right there. Yeah, they just run at the Lycan. That's that level 1 Thunderstrike. More than enough damage, and of course the pounds from Slark as well, adding up to secure the Kona Lycan. So this top lane has definitely been dominated now by Ant.
Yeah, and TP in the tree lines now, Lycan trying to make sure that he doesn't get glimpsed back. But look at Disruptor just sitting there. And if he doesn't show on Lycan, then they just go on Rubik.
You're going to pull him back. Now, Argus is low himself, so I was going to say a bit greedy right there. Slark falls first, and that's where Rubik could be like, you know what? We killed the Slark at least, so really happy with that.
Yeah, very aggressive lane, and that's going to be Chives coming back into lane and a little bit happy getting the Slark immediately there taken down. Of course, last hit did go to the Rubik, but Slark TP's back as well, so no TP's available here, and now Lycan has to be a little bit worried. If he gets gone on by full HP Slark, then he can't really fight back. So going to have to use his summons to farm on this lane a little bit.
Yeah, so certainly don't want to suggest that they threw away that early lead that they had, but give it a little bit of a fight back for the Radiant side and keep an eye and continue to see how that evolves. But our mid matchup, you got the Leshrac versus the Ember Spirit, and it is fairly even overall. Leshrac does have the deny advantage currently, but both with very similar creep score.
Yeah, Lesh is playing it well overall here. RRL generally plays a solid mid lane, I would say. He's one of the one of the pretty strong mid laners, I think, here in the Div 2. Typically performs good, and 19 and 8 against 17 and 1, not getting denied more than once by the Ember is really well done.
And that leaves our bottom matchup. Really look at here. Spectre 17 and 3 CS, 14 and 7 on Nature's Prophet. So Scourge McDuck has happened to have a pretty good time at this bottom, and he's gonna get snowballed on, but that was more so the Warden using it defensively to get on out, and no kills necessarily taking place.
Yeah, and going for the early chainmail on Spectre with the triple mango, or you know, the 6 mangoes, I should say. Well, Treant might get caught out. Not gonna have a way to get out of the shards, but he's healing up.
Yeah, between Leech Seed as well as the Nature's Guys, he is able to stand strong. And Ush only can do so much. Tries to run him down, doesn't have Sprout yet, so using those minions of his. But in the end, Treant's going to be fine. So, I mean, they're brawling down here at the bottom lane, but nobody dying from all these auto attacks.
It's really funny to me how Spectre has 11 HP regen when she stands next to a banner creep. Not using a tangle, by the way. Like, these items are pretty high in regen, and top lane, we might see a glimpse play here. A little bit of a miss combo.
Chives juking in the trees. They're going for the quick turn kill now on Disruptor. Disruptor is going to fall, and Chives will live for the time being. In fact, he is going to be fine. So, yeah, the glimpse play almost backfiring in a sense. I mean, Argus is going for this, has pounced in 2 seconds. It's going to be too deep, though. That would be way too much of a commitment. And so Lycan's able to walk it off.
Yeah, that was bad timing. I think Argus didn't really understand that the Disruptor wanted to pull back there and then they can pounce. So he went for a pounce and then immediately lost the value of that. No value at all of the 2.5 second leash. Otherwise, that kill would have been pretty easy for them. So just miscommunication.
Certainly got to be on point with that. So there's some rotation to the mid lane, and Imperium taking advantage of that was going for a play on Nature's Prophet at the bottom. But speaking of that mid lane rotation, Tusk in, shards are out, and
wow,
Ember Spirit has that ability to get away from it in the end.
Well, he just got his Slider Fist and got level 6 from it.
That's good timing. Pretty good timing, helping to keep himself alive. Gets the Remnant, and he's still being run down, though. He's in trouble. Disruptor, it lands, and suddenly a sad man will be pretty sad as they do just run him down. So it was a great escape initially, good timing, etc. But good perseverance coming out from Anton and chased successfully.
Yeah, that works out well for them. Good that they brought in the Disruptor as well. That does leave the Slark alone top, but Slark against Lycan is doing completely fine. And he's about to get level 6. You want him to get solo experience anyway, so leaving the Slark is not the worst thing in the world. Now he has level 6 and he's going to be able to regen, and this frees up Disruptor entirely to move wherever he wants. So you almost want to send Disruptor to leech experience mid while Lesh does other things. Oh, as Lesh gets robbed of a bounty rune.
Yeah, sitting right there waiting for it, and all of a sudden, Sadman just comes on and steals it in front of him, and RL sitting here with the Pulse Stone, more so walking away with the Pulse Stone, has support coming in, Sadman, oh no, gonna be clipped backwards, doesn't even matter, just explodes to the Dark Pact. Oh, that's a feels bad man for him. You know, I thought he made the big play when he did steal in the bounty room, but the rotations were there immediately from Ant.
Yeah, I have to wonder if he could have committed for that kill faster. Sometimes when you go for these rotations in the enemy jungle, you don't see a lot of heroes. Oh, mid might catch Rubik, but he has the armor. What I wanted to say is that the longer the kill takes, the more chance you give for opponents to react. He did have triple remnants ready. If he used all of them, that would have killed Leshrac since he had like 10 HP at the end, and all remnants were not used. But it also feels bad to commit all remnants for a single kill. I think he should have, though.
Oh, hindsight, certainly. I think it feels like he should have as well, but in the end, what's done is done. He'll come back to the mid lane in 8 minutes, about to spawn another rune. It's going to be the Illusion RRL will bottle it upright. Or no, that was actually bottled up by Ember Spirit using the Slight to take it, so well played on his part again with the rune control. Snowballs in, he's going to Remnant this time away. Imperium also nearby, so a lot of brawling continuing to happen. In fact, feeling brawling a little too much. Gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and Disruptor is taken out. So some positive there for the cut.
I was trying to bring down the Rubik, but didn't quite have the, you know, high ground vision and range and everything to bring him down there. Also, he was getting assisted, so Rubik easily kites it out, backs up, and has his mana boots now. Mid stun connects. He just didn't react to that. Oh boy.
Yeah, It is a rough start. Sadman's been a very impressive mid player throughout here on the Cup, but this is definitely one of, if not his slowest start for sure, in terms of early game. And you know what? It goes back to what Ush was saying right here for Ant. This is when they really shine, and they absolutely are. Specifically, Leshrak assisting on yet another kill right there. That's already 3 deaths on Ember Spirit.
I wonder how much
is top net worth.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that death, by the way, is, memory being used to the old remnants, which had no activation time. Now it does have that. Bottom 3 might be in danger from this catch here.
Yeah, the rotation's coming in, and specifically from Disruptor showing up with the Tusk, and not much Treant can do right there to get out. So, yeah, the movement continues, and Ant is not showing any signs of slowing down, that is.
Yeah, overall, fantastic start here for Ant. It's exactly what we were talking about, their laning stage.
Oh my gosh, is he in trouble again? He's just dead? Yeah, Tusk and Disruptor just walked to the mid lane, and Ember Spirit, I thought he was going to be fine because it was just Leshrak, but never mind. The supports show up, and suddenly he's just dead again.
Yeah, they have some great stuff to catch Ember. They have the Glimpse, they have Snowball, which can keep chasing after you, Remnant, and Rubik now walking into the Tusk as well as he made his way back down bottom. Oh boy, things are falling apart quickly here for the Cup. They're 4,000 gold behind at the 10-minute mark. That is not a very good spot to be in.
No.
And this is also what I was saying at the start of the game, that they're doing something similar to what we saw earlier today. It's the Lycan plus a hard carry, Spectre in this case, not Terrorblade. But these hard carries that just want to farm paired up with Lycan, I feel like it's pretty greedy. Puts a lot of pressure on Ember, and Ember's being shut down. He's 0-4-0.
Yeah, well, and also goes back to the thought, because top lane, Arceus is in the Shadow Dance and gets a free kill onto Rubik by himself. He's just going to TP out. Oh, that's a perfect TP timing, because if he doesn't do it then, he is absolutely dead with Spectre showing up, but he gets out, and Lycan at least is going to try to push his top lane now, top tower that is, as a result of him getting out of there. But yet another kill, and that one again a solo kill, and we might find another on the side of Ant. Never mind, this time Ember Spirit able to get out after the Glimpse was used.
He was honestly in danger.
Survive.
There's level 6 on this Disruptor, so he almost connected with a Static Storm there. He held it in the end, didn't really feel like he had the range to land it. But yeah, he has to be so worried. They are really after this mid laner. They realize that he's the one that the Cut have to rely on, that they need to make all the plays around here in the early stage of the game.
Yeah. They're basically completely taking away any early game presence from the Cut. And so, yeah, Spectre is still something to have to address, and even the Lycan, but absolutely locking on the Ember.
They didn't deward. They put down a sentry, but they haven't checked for vision on the high ground. Like, the sentry is on the ground, and there's a high ground ward. They've been spotted for all this time. The Cut have seen them for like half a minute now. I don't know why they didn't use kinetic field or shards to get vision on the hill.
It's almost like, do they want to try to bait them out, or they just forgot, I guess, yeah.
No, I think they thought that someone else checked it, Both supports thought that the other guy checked it, I guess, but
yeah.
I don't know. Feeling put down the sentry and just didn't check the high ground.
No, either way, it's not going to result in their death either, just simply not giving them a chance to make a kill happen, but... Charge, by the way, top lane. Yeah, he's running around in circles. The trees has the Centaur.
Diffusal.
Dark Diffusal already picked. That is ridiculous. And
Yeah,
this Slark is farmed.
That was 2 uses of the Diffusal. That's how he goes down there. No way to really run away from it. The Slark has no ulti, though. He's going in.
Oh, he's gonna kill one, and you know what? Those stacks have added up, Waga. Oh my god, a triple kill. Obviously, Disruptor, a main reason why he's able to turn on those two right there, but still, what confidence by Arceus. This Slark is just bonkers. He is completely out of hand.
I love the play. I love that he doesn't try to run away there. You're against an Ember, you're against a Rubik. Like, Ember can chase after you, they can toss you back. You're not gonna run away from these two, so he just stands his ground, trusts that Feeling is nearby and can help him with that Static Storm, gets a beautiful connection on 2 of them, and Arceus now with 8 permanent agility at 13 minutes. I mean, this is the dream for a Slark. Yeah,
he is loving life right now and fits the theme perfectly of a team that just loves to really, win that early game. But yeah, again, going back to the Ember Spear as a little bit downtime here is it's just the mid matchup is one thing. It's like, sure, even, you know, not too bad into the Leshrac, but it's just the whole team though was built to be anti-Ember Spear in a lot of ways, especially with Nature's Prophet even going this Ags that we've seen a couple of times, which by the way, Ush almost has finished.
Yeah.
Just needs the one more component. So it's not going to get much easier for Ember.
No, that's one more thing. And can they connect the stun? They cannot. The punch doesn't have long enough duration right there. He's gonna get out of this one, but Glimpse, they're still chasing him.
I mean, they're just going to keep the pressure up. They're probably not going to kill him, but yeah, they're just going to keep him guessing and keep him playing very defensive, if anything. Very minimal farm coming out of this Ember Spear right now. Only has an Orb of Corrosion currently, and that's basically it.
Ant are used to winning laning stage, and then it's like how they play from there that Ush said was like, you know, the where it can go wrong, but they are so dominantly ahead here. Just a minute ago, they were like 8k gold ahead at 13 minutes. That is an absurd lead. Slark coming in with a D ward here. Always nice to have Slark to, you know, guarantee that you get those D wards. And he has Echo Saber plus Diffu at 14 minutes as well. This Slark is huge, absolutely massive.
Yeah, again, the 8 permanent agility. That's just another thing to really keep in mind here that he's taken advantage of. So 15 minutes in as we head back to the dark time, but that's a perfect time for Slark to go hunting. He is going to be pinged out. The glimpse it hits, it brings back the Lycan. Where is he? He's over here. So
There's no way
armor's
to
up.
survive there. I think he's gonna just get run down. The Disruptor Silence.
It is enough for the kill, but a lot of response. Can they take out Slark in response? That's going to be big here for the side of the cut, and they absolutely can. So definitely winning the battle so far. Now Sadmin wants to keep chasing. Disruptor is caught by the slight. The chain's put out. The glimpse is not going to necessarily save him, though, as the kinetic field is going to save him for now. Fielding is somehow still life popping himself. Even the auto attack is not going to kill him as a result, and he'll live. Disruptor lives, and you saw the Wrath of Nature bouncing around now. Now it's turn time for Ant. Still no Slark for another 20 seconds, but Spectre's suddenly locked up. That Blade Mail is going to be wearing off. They follow up with some more auto attacks, and Nature's Prophet helps to make that kill happen. RRL credit for it. Double kill for the Leshrac. Wow, Disruptor living was big.
That was huge. However, Slark did die at the start of this engagement. Shout out to Rubik there. Save on the Rubik. He managed to steal the Disruptor ulti, and that's actually how the Slark died, with his own ulti ready. So he thought they was completely fine, but Rubik comes in with that big silence and stops the Slark from getting out of that situation. So that was at least giving the cut a chance to take a fight. Sadly, it devolved into what was not a great engagement for them overall.
Yeah, one of those minor victories, and just the big scheme is not necessarily doing a whole lot, unfortunately. But after that fight, you know, curious to see, especially even this overall series, where the odds are looking like, thanks to esportsbet.io, a watch touring platform, and it is heavily favored for Ant right now. And, you know, in this game, it's understandable, considering the state of the game and this massive early lead that they have, and it might just get even a bit better, as in it is. Imperium is going to throw out some abilities before he dies, but free kill once again for Arceus, who now adds up to 10 stacks of that permanent agility. They took out the mid tower, and they're going for another kill. They're just going to have no downtime. The Split Earth follow up to the snowball jump, and Rubik's dead as well.
I love everything I see from Ant right now. It's looking so good. The style they're playing, now they have vision on the Ember. He's farming. Can they connect on him? They're trying. The silence lands. That's the stuff.
It's a kill, yeah. 6-1. It's a very rough game.
The way
and
they're
like
playing,
they're getting better.
Yeah, the way they're playing right now, they're bringing every single hero to the fights, and then they have Furion, who's capable of dealing with whatever side lane you're not pushing out, and he's making sure that they're, you know, staying relevant and just farming as well. But look at all their heroes just chasing now, congregating onto the Spectre. Like, yo, there's 4 people on top of you.
Yeah, the movement's ridiculous. Like, the fact that all 4 heroes are there, and they're just going to smoke right away. I mean, Slark will just farm some creeps in the meantime, but they're going to smoke, and RL is very low on mana, but guess what? There's a haste rune, he's going to bottle it up, and suddenly he's ready to fight once again. And you look at the stats right there on Leshrac, 3 wins on the dire side. Good thing he's on the dire side this time, because it's just going to be even that much more. As they get another kill.
There's Glimpse. He is not going to get out.
No. I almost feel bad for Sad Man here, who certainly is sad because this is just almost feels like an impossible game for him
What am
as
I
a
watching?
hero.
It's just falling apart. Like, and you
out.
cannot chase level 3 kinetic field there. Has to be worried as well for the glimpse.
Nice. He's letting his minions do a lot of the work. He gets an auto attack in there, and it is enough. Okay. He kills Disruptor.
Yeah, that's the Lycan ulti though. They're so much more ulti dependent on the side of the cut. They have the Treant ulti, they have the Lycan ulti, and it's very hard to fight without them. Same almost with Spectre. Before you have Aghanims, you kind of need the ulti to join engagements as well. Whereas on the side of Ant, not a single one of their heroes really cares that much about having ulti ready. Like, Lesh obviously always has it, Tusk is gonna have it any fight anyway. Furin just uses it whenever it seems like a nice time to either farm or catch someone with Aghanims. And, you know, look at Slark, he's just diving for more kills.
Yeah, it's like he just finished his axe, by the way. He broke up the Echo Saber to help finish it, and obviously a massive item for him with the multiple pounces now. Even that much more range. And yeah, he's like, I want to use this new toy. Well, he's going to find Treant once again, and then Imperium puts the armor up and just going to try to hide in the trees, running back and forth. Dark Pact avoided. The Glimpse going to pull him in though over here, and that will do the damage for the kill.
The Glimpse last hit. Never gets old, I guess. It's
Still feels weird.
Quite new, so yeah. It's an awkward one for me still. Ember trying to get some push bottom, but now with this blink on Tusk, he's also a threat. Doesn't have it ready right now. This just feels like a horror game for Ember. He's 0, 7, and 1.
Oh, and their stack of Ancients over here is only a couple stacks, but still, it's just Slark finds it, is just going to take it out pretty quickly, so...
They deny it for Spectre too. Like, Spectre wanted it, she was farming it, but then she loses all that, has to pull away, or she's gonna die. This is just rough. And Slark, with his Diffusal, by the way, can chase down the dragon fairly effectively as well. So they have a hero that, you know, soft deals with the Helm of the Overlord. Not quite yet, but add, you know, one more item and he's gonna kill the dragon quite easily.
Smoke play from Ember Spirit as well as Rubik as they're heading into their own jungle, trying to reclaim it. Ember Spirit's going for the Maelstrom. We saw him curious about the BKB earlier, but it's like, you know what? I'm so far behind. Just give me an item that's going to help enhance my farm, maybe a little bit of damage. Might come into play here as Imperium's got on, though, and he's just dead. So Sleight of Fist coming out. Rubik opens as well. What did he steal? He stole the Lightning Storm, but they're looking to run. The root hits. The axe from the Nature's Prophet allows for an easy kill on Ember, and obviously the silence as well from Disruptor. Pretty damn good there, too.
Man, what am I watching? I did not expect the Ant to just come in and play this dominant here against the Cut. I thought Cut had, you know, a little bit of the edge in this matchup, but Ant are definitely showing up today. They are playing their best Dota, I would say, so far in the division. From the games that I've watched, this is a really good performance.
I mean, I'm with you. This is, the Cut's 5-2 as far as individual game record coming into this. Very impressive, honestly. Only loss was to Felt just recently here, you know, in a 2-1 series. So I'm with you. I did not expect a completely one-sided game, and I highly doubt the Cut did, especially on the losing end of it right now. But this kind of just continues to go back to you. Ant just playing so aggressive, so fast. They drafted appropriately for that mentality. It really reminds me of Penguin Squad the very first day, right, Waga? Where that team just kind of almost came out of nowhere in a lot of ways and built the strategy around just play fast in your face. And as I'm talking, we're just seeing more kills happening as Spectre has found the overgrowth, only going to delay the inevitable here. As Treant will also fall, and the Glimpse pull back. Rubik is too dead, but I mean, you get the point. It's just they're playing fast, they're having fun. Ain't no stopping this pain train.
They didn't even get the Slark. He got down to like 50 HP, finds a little bit of Fog of War to stand in, and now immediately activates by going top and chasing down this Lycan. Probably gonna force out the ulti here. We'll see. Ember actually comes in top. This might be dangerous for Slark now.
Dangerous for Slark or dangerous for them? It's probably dangerous for Slark, although Nature's Prophet.
Oh, he got the shot delivered on the courier. So nice.
Oh, no.
Not
oh,
enough,
God, Shadow Dance in 5 seconds was coming up, but not going to be. I thought Nature's Prophet was TPing in there for a second, but maybe canceled it.
Yeah, he's going to probably throw his ulti, though, if there's an engagement here, but might just be the tree dying alone.
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. I mean, yes, Slark is very farmed, and it's good that they got a kill on him. But oh, by the way, there's still this Leshrac who feels unkillable with that Bloodstone BKB, and he does have a Leshrac, so technically is unkillable right now.
Yeah, I mean, this game, I can't believe they still only have 6 kills on the Cuts. After all these fights, they've only died 6 times, and the heroes who have died, it's the Slark. Sure, he died 3 times, but then it's just 3 deaths on Disruptor, 0 deaths on Leshrac, 0 deaths on the Warden on his Tusk, and no death on Ush, who has been, to be fair, playing quite safe. He's mostly just hitting creeps and throwing in the ulti a lot of the time, and then TPing in when the engagement looks nice for him. So I think he's the one who's least likely to die with the style that they're playing.
Yeah, he's not the position 1 Nature's Prophet that they're relying on for a lot of that auto attack damage. He's the... That's why when Ags, especially, right, where he pops his ultimate, he gets in that good range. He has Gleipnir now, so he'll still benefit from that as far as the range goes, lock people down. Yeah, this is... what else more is to say on that? The Cut, you can just tell it's always so restricted from them on their side of the map. They go out a little bit and they're immediately turning around, realizing they're in trouble.
Feeling is gonna be spotted by Rubik walking by, I think. Oh, didn't get vision in there.
No.
Yeah, he sat far enough in that you do not get vision there, and he TP's out wisely, not gonna stick around.
TP mid almost as if they wanted to catch, I think it was Sadman nearby, but it's now up to his jungle over there. But yeah, bottom tower goes down as top tier 2 is taking a little bit of pressure from the Cut, and Ush is gonna be the one to respond right now.
A tiny bit of pressure, but that's the second tier 2 tower already down. Ant are doing work here. They're also seeing the Spectre. They got vision on her. She is in danger.
Trying to get up. Has the Ags. Shadow Step available. Blade Mail's used, and it's like they don't even care. They're like, what Blade Mail? We're just still gonna kill you through it. And Spectre is dead. 45 seconds out for Rubik, also caught in the back lines and Imperium. One with the trees. Ain't no trees to be one with.
Man, this game is looking like a top tier 1 team playing against a tier 2 team. Like, this is not looking like a fair matchup even, the way this game is going. This is probably, I don't know, is this the most dominant game that we've cast, Breaky? I think so, right? I don't think anyone has put on this quite hard. Even the Eternity matchup against C-Dub, was it? Wasn't this one-sided?
Considering the expectations, I 100% agree with you. Because again, it goes back to, we expected this to be a very close series, let alone very close games. The Cut is a great team. Like again, 5-2 record. This is a legitimate team.
Saying like, oh, three game series, you know, surely quite evenly matched, but damn, dude, no, they're showing up and they're showing some force here, and already cracking a little bit at the mid tower. They have that Aegis on Lesh. He has BKB as well, so feeling very confident to step up here, and by all means, he should.
Yeah, that's Aegis again, 35 more seconds. Gonna jump in with his teammate, Rubik. That's gonna be a quick kill. Slark finds Imperium, a couple of auto attacks later. That's 20 permanent stacks, by the way, of agility for this Slark in 26 minutes.
That is absolutely massive.
Fortification gonna be used, so that'll delay this push a bit further. As Nature's Prophet is going to sprout himself up. Spectre going all in right here with the team. Figure maybe they can catch somebody. Who's that somebody, though? Slark has beaten Ember Spirit, who is silenced up thanks to Disruptor, and he's out of the fight now. And why would Slark stop? The agility just keeps adding up. He doesn't even have his ultimate. It doesn't matter. Unstoppable is Ush. Unstoppable is the team of Ant. And that's it. GG, well played. Game 1 going to Ant.
Yeah, they tap out now, and I think that was definitely not a too early time to GG call. I would almost advocate in a best of 3 series to tap out even faster there, because this game, it's just...